republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God,
indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Guns, self-defense, concealed carry. This is the Patriot Defense Podcast. From the war room in Idaho's high desert, here's your host, Todd Echols.
It is a Monday morning, and I am back with Training Series Episode 12, Train with Intent. Now, this is something I have talked about quite a bit in the past. It's kind of something I'm passionate about. It's kind of something I actually use in my classes. So I always, when I have my permit class, right, Idaho state law requires to get your Idaho Enhanced Concealed Carry Permit that you fire 98 rounds. They don't say how you have to fire them. You just have to fire them. You could essentially go out and shoot them into the ground, and I could sign off on it, and you could be good to go to get your permit. But I look at the fact that you have paid money for that ammo, taking the time to purchase that ammo. Why waste it? Learn something every time you press the trigger. And that's kind of what training with intent is all about. You know, it's fun to go out, and it's what's the one thing people like to do when they go out? Because it's fun, and it's exciting, and it's cool to do when your friends are around. It's put in a mag, put in a full mag in your gun and just mag dump it, just as fast as you can. Boom, boom, boom. That is fun. But it doesn't teach you anything. The one thing that it teaches you is that your gun will run through a full mag as quickly as you press the trigger, and your gun won't jam out. That's the only thing you're learning. You're not learning anything. When you go out and you shoot, you can go out and you can just shoot for fun, and I get that, and do that, and you should do that. You should have a good time, but training should be fun as well. When you go out and train, instead of just mag dumping, make it worth your while. Make it worth your effort. Go out and train with intent, with the intent of getting better. You can give yourself kind of a warm-up type drill where you're focusing in on the fundamentals. Make sure you are good on the fundamentals, and give yourself something to reach for. What's your goal for the day when you go out there and you're shooting and you're training? What is your goal? Are you trying to achieve a 2-second draw and shoot? Are you trying to have all rounds touching? Are you trying to run some drill and you want to run it clean? I mean, what is your goal? You should have a goal. If you're going to take that time, not everyone has access to a range right out their front door where they can go and they can shoot anytime they want. For a lot of people, depending on even where you live, let's say you don't live here. Here you can go. There's a lot of different ranges out in the desert. You can go find a place out in the desert, out in the hills, to shoot your gun. But it's still kind of, I won't say an ordeal, but it's still a pretty big deal. You got to load up the guns. You got to, go make sure you have the ammo, load up the safety gear, get in your vehicle, spend money on fuel, drive out to where you want to go and shoot. And people are okay with that, but it takes time. If you don't live here and you live in a big city, you may have to reserve a time slot at a range that you're a member of, and then go and shoot. And you might have an hour, and that might be the only time you get to shoot in like 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever it is. You have to book or reserve your time to go and shoot at your range. And so that's something that when you go there, you want to make the most of your time. Now, yeah, you can go and just have a good time and shoot a bunch of ammo. But if you're actually there to train with intent, have a game plan, have a focus. There's a guy I know, he listens to this podcast, he'll know exactly who he is once he listens to this episode. I love it. When he goes to the range, he has to schedule it because of where he lives, I believe. And he goes, I'm going to do this drill, this drill, this drill, and this drill. And this is what he lays out exactly what he's going to do when he goes to the range. Now, I'm not quite sure how long he's there for, an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, I'm not sure. But he lays out exactly what he wants to do and what he wants to achieve when he's there. And that's what I would consider training with intent, right? And that's what I encourage everyone to do when they go out. That way you're not wasting ammo. Ammo is, it's not as cheap as it once was, but it does cost money. And, if you're going to go out and you're going to shoot, you should always strive to get better. I mean, you don't want to go and do worse than the time before, because you want to continually move forward in your training, move forward in your progressions to get better. And so you have to go there with a plan. You always have to attack things with a plan, so you're not just, all over the place. Take a buddy, take a friend to the range, challenge each other to be better. That's how you're going to get better. By yourself, what can you do to train with intent when what are some of the things that help? Save up and get yourself a shot timer. Go out there and put a little pressure on, right? Go put a little pressure on yourself. See how you perform with a shot timer. What are your times? Can you get better? Can you get faster? What's slowing you down? Go and do your home. Maybe you've, before you head out to shoot, you've done a little research, you got some drills, print off your targets, have everything ready. Maybe you've gone online and watched some videos of some drills, and you're like, I want to do that drill. I want to do this. What are the standards for that drill? Have all this stuff worked out and ready to go, so you're not wasting your time when you go. And then I know there's a bunch of people out there right now kind of yelling at their radio, at their phones, going, man, we just want to go shoot. We just want to go. And that is fine. If you just want to go, magged up a bunch of rounds, that's fine. If that's what's relaxing to you and that's fun, that is fine. You can do that. There are different levels of training, or different reasons why people have guns. Some of them just want to go shoot cans, and that's fun. Some of them just want to go poke holes in a bullseye target, and that's fun too. Some people just love to mag dump. They'll go and they'll burn through like 200 rounds in like 45 minutes. And if that's what you want to do, by all means, do that. But if you want to go and you want to learn, be prepared. So like I said, some of us have very limited time. We have to reserve times at ranges, or it's it's time out of our schedule. We have to drive out into the desert, drive out into the woods, whatever, drive out to the gravel pit, find a time, and we need to make it worthwhile. So have everything prepared and everything ready to go. And when you get there, you can train with intent. You can focus on what you're doing. So I will recommend this too. If you're out there and you're shooting, even if you're by yourself, take your phone, set your phone up, record yourself shooting, and record some video so you can play it back, and you can look, and it'll help you see what you're doing. You can go back and look at it via slow motion, frame by frame by frame, and it'll help you perfect your draw. It'll help you see how well, when you're shooting, period, how well you're managing that recoil. It'll help you see a lot of things that you may think you're doing fine. Go out there, make it worthwhile, man. View it as like the football team going to practice, and they're watching the game footage. They're reviewing all the game footage to see exactly how the plays worked out. It's just like that, but with shooting. You can record. You don't have to watch yourself then and there, but you can record yourself. Then you can go back and you can view that stuff and see how you're performing. Use that as a tool. Your phone is a powerful tool, even when it comes to shooting. Record that stuff and play it back frame by frame by frame by frame. Perfect that crap. Get good at it. Train with intent. I'll see you guys in a week. Bye.